5-3-2 formation. This formation is best to use for ultra attacking. When you're maybe a few goals down right at the end of the match, you may want to use this. So it is really ultra attacking because it's 5 at the back, but the fullbacks act as wing backs. So then it's like almost like wingers. So I'll just show you straight away. So I'll do it on my ultra attacking one. So for the tactics, you want to use constant pressure for defensive. I know it does drain your energy a lot, but it is by far the most effective one. And energy really isn't that important when you're trying to get desperate goals. This is like when you're really maybe like 10 game minutes left and you're 1-3 or goals down. Maybe you could still have a chance of winning, but it's difficult. You really need those goals. So you want constant pressure. Try and win the ball as quickly as possible so you can start a new attack. Width and depth, you want them max both times. Makes it the most vulnerable to counter attacks, but those 5 at the back will really help, so it won't be as easy for them to counter attack. And the width and depth really makes it much more attacking than it would be normally. Offensive style is up to you, sort of. You can go with long ball, which is probably the best one when you're playing ultra attack. Maybe fast build up or balance if you want to, but I do go with long ball because I think it is probably the best to use when you're ultra attacking. Width, go 3 off the top one. You don't want to go too wide when attacking because then there's nothing really to do in the middle, and that is where most of the time you're going to score goals, playing through the middle. But the wingers and fullbacks are still wide enough, so they are making good runs and making use of the ball out wide. Players in box, you also want to go 3 off the top one. I know that's quite a lot more than what most people use normally, but you desperately need a goal. You want as much people as possible, but not too much. You're open to counter attack. But obviously, that is probably the best you could. This one probably the best to go without it being ridiculously stupid. Corners probably go 3, and free kicks is so unimportant really. Just go with 2, barely ever makes any difference. I don't think I've ever scored a free kick from a cross really. Corners, yeah, 3, just a few more people in the box, but not really that important. For the instructions, so the formation, yeah, it is a 5-3-2, so you can see what it looks like here. For the instructions, on your 2 strikers, you want stay central. That is sort of up to you, but it's probably the best one to use. So they stay central and it's easy to score. Otherwise they're going to be out wide, especially since you don't have wide players. They'll drift wide and it'll be much harder to score. I make direct runs. So stay central, as well as getting behind. You really need them to make those getting behind runs, so you can actually play through balls and try and score as quickly as possible. You don't really be passing it around for ages and wasting time when you're in this scenario. Normal interceptions, you can go for conservative interceptions if you want to, just to help save energy, as it is as we are using constant pressure. But I'm going to leave it on normal for now. And stay forward, just so obviously it's as attacking as possible. And that's for both the strikers. For your 3 centre mids, I do recommend, if you normally have wingers on your default formation, put them into your left and right side centre mid, and then have your main centre mid in obviously the middle of the midfield, and then the other midfielders can drop into centre back. So I've got Pogba here, he's my more defensive midfielder, and he's in CDM. No, sorry, centre back. So start the midfielders. So the 2 wide ones, you want cover wing, which is default, as otherwise their wingers can probably get through quite easily. Seeing as you don't have wide players normally. Get forward as well. I think everyone here is on get forward that can be. Yeah. More or less everyone is on get forward, just because obviously it's ultra attacking. You need to score goals as quickly as possible. So you want to get forward. Balance crossing runs, normal interceptions, stick to position and cover wing. Just default everything there apart from get forward, just to make them more attacking. For your centre mid, you also want the exact same, get forward, and then default everything apart from cover centre, just so they're covering their runs in the middle. Otherwise you could be too open in the middle. You obviously don't want the ones to cover wings. You already have your wider centre mid for that. So you want that your middle one to stay on cover centre. And then for your fullbacks, as you obviously want them to be wing backs, you want join the attack. Conservative interceptions if you want to, but it's probably the best one to use, as they're going to be running up and down a lot, using so much energy, especially on constant pressure. And also just mixed attack. Yeah, I think mixed attack's the best one to go with, especially on this formation. So you want join the attack. Otherwise they're going to be too far deep. You already have 3 centre backs covering, so it's fine anyway. It's actually more than normal centre backs. So you want them to attack to help out your midfield and strikers, get those crosses in, and play through balls too. Your strikers. And obviously centre backs just keep on default. If you want to, maybe you could put your central one on player strike or join the attack, but I don't recommend it, as they'll probably able to score so easily and it's not really going to help you out whatsoever anyway. And for goalkeeper, the final one, this is personal preference that I use on every single formation, but I'll show you anyway. It's counter crosses and sweeper keeper. This is my personal preference. I do prefer it when they come up with crosses and sweeper keepers. They're not just standing there waiting to be shot at. They're trying to win the ball. But that's up to you how you want to play that one. That's nothing to do with this formation particularly. That's literally it for this video. Just a short video showing why the 5-3-2 formation is the best ultra attacking formation in game right now, especially post patch. So post patch from a few days ago, constant pressure has actually been buffed to make it better now. Before, balance was the best one, and constant pressure was pretty useless before, but they have changed it slightly, and it does much more. It's much more effective at winning the ball back quickly. And long ball's the same as it was before, I think. Maybe slightly better. But that is it for this video. I'll end this video here and see you next.